Everyone talks about the narcissist, and very few people talk about what they call flying monkeys that surround the narcissist. These are the same bitches that like to follow and talk shit and whisper what they could find out about me and try to manipulate and talk to the narc, telling them the latest things that I'm doing and acting like they're doing them a favor. Those bitches have a name. They're clowns, they're rats. But they are flying monkeys nonetheless. These assholes like to believe that they're close with the narcissist. I see his sister as being his puppet master. She's the number one flying monkey to him. And she thinks she's pretty sly in strategically pulling the strings. She knows how to manipulate her brother. She'll act all innocent, like, what? What's going on? You're imagining things, Jessie. Well, she's actually managing. She's the calm for the narcissist. She's the new mommy for the narcissist. She's trying to control the outcomes. She has jealousy at play. And her goal was to try to destroy me as well. She tries to act like she's staying neutral and will only defend herself when needed, but she'll never have the victims back. She'll try to pretend that she's not pulling the strings, while at the same time she's influencing everything, and she knows it. Maybe I shouldn't call her the puppet master, because that's giving her the power and calling her smart, which she's not. She's a fucking dumbass. She's a tool. She just confuses chaos with power. These kinds of people, I can only imagine the lies that they tell themselves, and they don't think karma's gonna get them. She probably thinks she's on a good mission. She's just trying to keep the peace. She's trying to save her brother from a marriage that he doesn't want to be part of. Like, why couldn't he have come to me and be open about it and say, look, this isn't working? Like an emotional, intelligent adult. Why couldn't you have told your brother, sit down with your wife and tell her your feelings? I bet you didn't say any of that. You like to gossip. That's why your nickname is chiiismosssaaa. You like to pretend that you see both sides. You act like you have some authority or say in the marriage. Like, fucking mind your own business, bitch. I've never got involved in your life. I don't give a fuck about your stupid life. And making the excuse that, oh, he's my brother, if I don't step in, things will get worse. He needs to listen to me because I'm his sister. And, that's just a weird fucking dynamic. I keep on saying it. It's fucking weird. Mind your fucking business, you fucking fat fuck. What you did was not only help Esau break up his own marriage, you enabled him to keep on having that emotional immaturity, and while he was abusing me. You guys are more in tune with what you guys need. You never cared about my kids. You never gave a shit about what would have happened to Rome or Julian if this was going to happen. You were protecting your brother's own comfort and his image and your image. And you believed his lies. And you went along with everything that he said went down. You played your part in the script that he wrote. And you guys can continue with that circus that I don't want to be a part of, and my kids don't need to be part of that. Or we're going to have a better life without your brother. I can guarantee it. on being an enabler. You're never going to challenge his nasty behavior, will you? Because as long as he's not your husband and he's not doing the things that he's done, you're okay with that. You can redirect the blame. You can minimize all the harm that he caused, all the harm that you're causing. You can say that, oh, why don't you move on already? You need to be the bigger person. My brother's never going to change. We all know how he is. And I'm not down for that. What we're doing is rewarding bad behavior. And you know how he has always been. Emotionally inept. With these other videos that I'm going to be posting, you're going to be pissed. Because I call out your parents. What did they do to raise you guys? To give you the foundation needed to be an actual, good, functioning human being with morals and values, integrity. Where is all that? You act shocked. Go ahead and act shocked. I think you forget that Esau turned his back on you back in 2010 when you and I were going back and forth to Cali to go visit my boyfriend and his brother. And then Esau finding out what you were doing behind his back. And you were with me. The point is, you guys didn't talk for over a year. And that's pretty shameful. I know you guys are always going to be siblings. You guys are going to put each other first. That's not the fucking point. You guys feed off of each other. And you talk so much shit to each other that it's bringing you guys closer. I can't remember what that's called in psychological terms, but it's disgusting behavior. You feed off of each other, give selective information, you twist the truth, and you bait each other to hate on people that are just trying to live their lives. I was just trying to live my life. I knew this marriage wasn't going to work. I asked Isol for a divorce. That's none of your fucking business. It never was. What you did by sticking your fat fucking nose into our situation, you amplified it. And you added fuel to the fire. You are going to get your karma, Rocio. And all these other fucks, flying monkeys, whatever the fuck you want to call them. In doing so, you guys were part of the problem. You were part of the abuse Esau was doing to me and the kids. And you guys will never know the abuse that he did to us. I'm not going to get into it with you.